Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new behind the scenes video. Yes, I don't do these very often, but this is a special occasion because I have a brand new video room. Yes, so the original video room, which I used for, goodness me, maybe 15, 16 years. That's the room where I've always kept my VHS collection. It's just been the place where it's always gone, all the videotapes and all the nostalgic stuff. So that's the room that you've been seeing in most of the videos, the original video room. But finally, I've decided to move into another room in the house because basically the space on this thing was just getting out of control. There were so many videotapes that I needed more room basically. So I moved into a bigger room, and this is the bigger room. And hopefully it means a bit more space to work and make the videos, and hopefully just a better system overall for putting the videos together. So basically that meant that every piece of furniture that you see here had to be pulled out of the old video room, which is a complete nightmare. I hate shifting furniture around, so it's just a complete nightmare. But all of that had to be taken out, and just the whole room was gutted. It was completely empty, and now all of it's been moved into this room, so we have a brand new shiny video room. And you can see in some of the pictures here just how much videotapes there were. That's 15, 16 years worth of collecting, so there you go, that's how much space it takes up. But yes, we now have the new video room, so let's have a little tour. Yes, let's have a little bit of a tour here. So over here we have sort of a little bit of a workstation, just for, I don't know, general work around, and I guess printing labels for whenever I sell VHS tapes or games on the store. That's how you print the labels, because they come out in a nice small size there, so you can stick it right on a parcel, and a weighing scale as well. Just the usual stuff you need for parcels, you know, box cutter, sellotape, pencils, pens, scissors, a lamp, and an 80s feather duster. Yes, look at this. I have a feather duster that's like from, passed down through the generations, and it looks like it's straight out of the 80s, It's just ridiculous. But yes, lamp here, more printer paper. I know it looks like toilet roll, but it's not. It's printer paper for that thing. So you load it in there when you need more, bit of spare. And over here we sort of have another workstation, only this is for the TV. So you've probably seen in the videos that you see me putting the videos into this TV, or well, video machine to be more exact. The Sony Smart Engine, which I've had for about 2 or 3 years now, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good quality. I guess that's what Smart Engine means. It's supposed to be, better at handling VHS tapes. It rewinds really fast as well. It's got like a fast rewind thing on it. And there's of course the Skybox. I still have the original Sky Digibox, which that was a very early video I did about going through this box. So you can check out that, I guess, in one of my ghetto videos, I suppose. And of course you have the remote. Gotta have the remote for, the VHS machine. Goodness me, how big were remotes back then? Look at this, that's a proper big Sony remote. That's what your granddad used, but it's more efficient. It's got the power cables here, so I can actually just unplug things at will, a bit of a lamp lighting. And some of the guff, which, I still have, like this Berkeley Martians thing. I think I showed this off in a video once. It's like a bunch of old toys from Berkeley Martians. I actually used to like this when I was younger, but let's get ugly. I should do a video on this someday, shouldn't I? You never know. I've got loads of like the videos, so maybe in the future. And the lunchbox, Jungle Book lunchbox, once I get it out of the way of the light. The classic Jungle Book lunchbox. And here's sort of the, the video shelves where I keep all the sort of small box tapes, the retail tapes, like South Park, all the small box tapes are kept here, sort of, I guess this is the adult section. There's the Berkeley Martians tapes down there. A bit of Fox Kids, Power Rangers, Inspector Gadget. You got Batman and, Simpsons, Power Rangers again, Fox Kids. And this is all my Simpsons collection, just loads and loads of Simpsons stuff. I think this might be like every Simpsons VHS tape from the late 90s onwards. Just a lot of Simpsons. What was the last one? The Simpsons Gone Wild. That was probably in like 2004 or something. Yeah, so here's the other shelf. This is sort of a Disney shelf. And the reason this exists is because basically I used to have all these tapes in the backgrounds of sort of the earlier videos. They were all Disney, and after a while I was like, well, why is it all just Disney? Shouldn't it be like a mix of different, companies and genres, what have you? So this sort of became the Disney shelf. I sort of replaced it with the tapes that I have now on the background, which I'll show you in a second. But yeah, this is all the Disney stuff. you know, Disney. And right to the end there, just to break trend, there's a South Park box set. But I'll probably move that because obviously that doesn't fit. I think it was because I was shifting this, and you know, I didn't want tapes rattling around in this shelf, so I put that in there just to fill the space. I'll move it, don't worry. And at the top we sort of have some of my VHS cardboard standees, I guess you could call them. Star Wars Episode 2 there with Yoda. When did that come out? 11th of November 2002. Goodness me, that's a long time ago. Spider-Man 2 on DVD and VHS. Spider-Man 2, gotta love Spider-Man 2. It's like one of the biggest things I have. It probably came from like Blockbuster somewhere. Shrek 2, I'm not really into Shrek, but I have this standee. And this was something I found recently, as this money box. Where's it from? It's from Cheltenham and Gloucester. Yeah, I used to have this money box when I was like 11, 12 years old, and I just plastered it in Sonic the Hedgehog stickers. So you can see all these Sonic stickers here. I think they came from a DVD box set of the Sonic 90s show, you know, what's it called, Saturday AM? Yeah, it came from that. So yeah, I found that recently. I just plastered it in these stickers. There's no money in it, you know. I guess that was like my piggy bank back then, my hog bank or whatever. And of course, Harry Potter cup. This came free when you rented Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and it's like lenticular, so you can see Harry, I don't know, grabbing his golden snitch. That sounded like a double entendre, didn't it? Yeah, it's made by Coca-Cola, I think. It says somewhere on here. There it is. There we go. Coca-Cola. Yeah, they made that. So many a crusher was drinking out of this. Let me tell you. This is Fantasia one. This is pretty old. I guess this is from like the early 90s. Masterpiece Fantasia. $13.99, that's how expensive it was back then. Owned it on video for the first time, the last time, the only time, which is a lie because you can probably buy it on Blu-ray now, or probably 4K for all I know, but there you go. And this is where all the rental tapes go. Yeah, so all the big box tapes, the X-rental tapes go here, and I've sold a lot of them, but there's still, as you can see, tons and tons and tons of them, probably like 200, 300, I don't know. But yeah, they're all spread into sections. This is like action, thriller, drama, a little more action down there, comedy, more comedy, horror. You can see that's the neglected section because I'm not like that into horror, except for this, which was my first ever rental tape I ever collected. Yeah, Interview with the Vampire. But I talked about that in the video, so there you go. And that's like the kids section, which is also pretty spare. What's that? Grinch, Ice Age, Jumanji, Inspector Gadget. That is a film. Yeah, and so sci-fi. Yeah, that's it. Like The Lawnmower Man. Yeah, that was a classic, wasn't it? Yeah, and other stuff. Space Cowboys, I don't even know what that is. Hulk, yeah, Terminator, you know, the standard stuff. So yeah, it's still pretty much the same, you know, a little bit rejiggled around, but, you know, I do have a bit more space now in case more tapes ever fall my way. And finally, here is the set. Yes, this is where the magic happens. This is where all the reviews happen. And it's generally stayed the same. You know, I've got the little clapperboard up there, and this Simpsons thing. This is very like an early 2000s picture, the Simpsons thing. It's like, you know, that merch look the Simpsons had way back when. But I sort of keep the Blockbuster cards tucked away in here. There's like a laminated one. We started laminating them later on, I guess, to save on money. But those are better looking. That looks better, doesn't it? But yeah, this is the general set where, you know, you see me review all the videos, and I've sort of mixed it up since, you know, moving stuff around, so it's had another remix. So there's different tapes here, like, you know, Power Rangers, Johnny Quest, Kevin and Perry Collage. That's gonna stay there. That's a classic film. Switching Girls, that's like a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie. Bit of Rugrats, Postman Pat, and The Hole in the Road. That was a classic. Action Man, Beavis and Butthead, and South Park. So I've remixed it a little bit up here as well. Batman Forever, Scooby-Doo, Fireman Sam, Batman Beyond. Those two do not go together, do they? Batman Beyond and Fireman Sam, that is ridiculous. And basically I've got a couple of props here, you know, the Ed and Eddie cup, you know, Cartoon Network cup from Ed, Ed and Eddie, because, you know, that was my favourite cartoon. So yeah, I've still got the mug there, and I've got this lenticular thing from Dairy Lee Lunchables. Remember those? Like, you took them to school and you had like the little mini rolls and stuff like that, or like chicken wraps. Like, they give you Dairy Lee Lunchables, and they come with Sometimes they come with drinks, when they like Capri Sun or Milka. Remember that chocolate? They were like mini those were good. Used to love that. Back in the day of classic early 2000s school meals at lunchtime. Yeah, but this is like Johnny Bravo, it's just lenticular. Shows him brushing his hair. It was very exciting when you were 7 years old. I guess it had this hole so you could put it on like a keyring, so you could clip it to your belt. And what else? We just have stuff that I've already done in the past. Powerpuff Girls movie, I've talked about this before. It's got the one with the magazine in it, you know. So, yeah, check the review out if you want to see that. And this Iron Giant thing. This was the very first episode, wasn't it? Of retro reviews, or VHS reviews, or coming soon. The name keeps changing as I've broadened my horizons. It started out as just trailers, then I actually reviewed what was on the VHS tapes, and now I do games and all sorts of, you know, wonderment and merriment and fun. So yeah, but this is the original Iron Giant thing with the toy, the classic toy. Yeah, so that stays there just to keep that safe. And we have some lights, you know, lighting. I didn't used to have lighting at all, but now I have actual lights, even though it's kind of a nightmare. You're trying to make sure it doesn't like be too... See, look at that. See the glare over there? That drives me nuts. You know, I wish I could... How can I fix that? And if anyone's like a lighting expert, let me know. And yeah, I have the tripod, so that's the tripod in case I need any specific camera work. You know, this thing which like clips onto the top of the desk so I can mount the camera like, you know, face top down. So that's how I used to do the Magazine Mayhem videos. You know, I haven't done one of those in a while. I don't know. Maybe I will someday, I'm not sure. And this wardrobe is where I keep all the reject stock. So these are tapes that are like for sale. So look how many of them there are. This is just ridiculous. You know, so if you're in need of any of these tapes, you know, you can buy them on the store on eBay. So, you know, you can take them off my hands if you want. And there's just a bunch of spares down here. Like, look at all these Rugrats videos. Just Rugrats videos galore. And then, like, random guff, like those videos in cardboard slipcases, Goosebumps. Disney World Holiday Planner. Yeah, it's a bit dark, you can't see down here, but, you know, S Club 7, yeah, that's going to be a video someday. Like blank tapes, you know, TV recordings and stuff like that. So I've managed to save a bit of space recently. But, you know, hopefully we can clear some more, you know, if I ever shift some more of these tapes. And on the back of the wardrobe, I still have this, like, Ninja Turtles thing, like, coming out of their shells tour. You know, it's this thing I found, it's like a program, you know, like a stage program inside this. I think it was sponsored by Pizza Hut. But yeah, if you want this, let me know. I'll put it on for sale. So you can have that if you want. And what's this we have over here? Is this a Game Boy? It might be a Game Boy. Some Game Boy Color games, you know, a Mega Drive game. What's that? FIFA 98, best game ever made, you know. What's this? 2014 PES, you know, Sonic Heroes for Xbox. Maybe, you know, this is a tease for a future video. You never know. Just keep looking for these games because they might be coming soon to a video near you. So that is the tour of the new video room. Yeah, just a little video to show you the changes. Some of it's still the same. I guess this is still recognizable. But some of it's quite different. And thankfully I have more space to work with now. I used to be like cramped right by here, over here, hunched over making videos. But now more space in this bigger room. I got a stool there. I can sit down. I can just watch the videos in peace. You know, and that's about it. Yeah, it's good. I hope it's a good setup. Yeah, so that's about it, and I hope you liked this little tour video, and I shall see you next time in the next retro review, so keep an eye out for that. Thanks guys, see you next time.